Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is the review of day 6, August 24th, 2023. It's August 25th in Budapest. What happened last night is I had a charger from Apple, one of these little suckers that sucked the big one. It fried on me, man. Actually, sparks came off it, and I wasn't getting battery charge. So I went back to my old reliable clunker. And you know what? I'm going to call up Steve Jobs in one of my dreams and ask him why the hell these things go nutty. But you know what? I've been on Apple since 1989 when I tried the first Apple laptop, which weighed 15 pounds and it had 9 megs of memory, baby. And I was running through a hotel with it. And I felt like, well, I won't say who I felt like because he serves some jail time. But anyway, it is day 6 of the 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary, and it is an amazing day. So we're going to start with the 35K race walk, which is about 33 miles or 23 miles for you folks who don't do the kilometer shit. And it used to be a 50K, which was a very traditional distance, but there has been some challenges with the IOC and the World Athletics about the race walk, and you know, sometimes countries don't like it, and sometimes there's rampant cheating, and so they're trying to keep it going. And Seb Coe, our fearless president, deftly handled a question at the press conference, putting the blame off on what's happening with the race walk in Paris to the IOC. You know, I think it's going to be become a relay or become, you know, walk 5K, have an espresso, walk 5K, have a croissant, walk 5K, read Rabelais, and then, you know, take a nap. I don't know, but, you know, we'll figure it out, okay? So let's talk about the 35Ks. But grueling, warm conditions. Álvaro Martín from Spain, 2:24:30 national record. Daniel Pintado from Ecuador, 2:24:34. National record. And from Japan, Masatora Kawano, 2:25:12 seasonal best. And Evan Dunphy, I love this Canadian dude. And Canada's been kicking ass, just so you guys know. And I do like Canada. 2:25:28 seasonal best for 4th. Christopher Link, Germany, 2:25:35 national record. And in 6th, Tomohiro Noda, 2:25:50 Japan, and in 7th, Massimo Stano from Italy, 2:25:59 seasonal best. I like to say, and my man in 8th place from Sweden, Perseus Karlstrom, 2:27:03 seasonal best. If I had another son, I'd probably use the name Perseus. I had originally thought of Atticus, but you know, Perseus is just, and Perseus is a monster, man. You know, he's smaller than Daniel Stahl in the discus, but he's a pretty good sized dude. Okay. That's the 35K final. And they did it in loops. It was, I think it's like 2K a loop. I have digressed, gone down a few rabbit holes. Yeah, I do that. It's the ADHD kids, you know, and, you know, it's just, they've suggested medication sometimes, but with my heart stuff, it would I just get even weirder. And you guys don't need that. I have to admit, though, a revelation, I've had an espresso this morning and a long cup of coffee, both with cream. So the caffeine is coursing through my central nervous system. I know my girlfriend's granddaughter, Fiona, was waiting for me to hear that during this trip because I hadn't said it. So I just wanted to share that for her. All right. In the women's 35K, Maria Pérez from España, 2:38:40. What does that tell you? Spain is like this race walking crazy country, man. They really get into it. You know, that and sangria and gazpacho, you know, so. All right. 2nd place, Kimberly García León from Peru, 2:40:52. And in 3rd place, Antigoni. Oh my God, I love Antigoni. His name, Ntrismpoioti. Let's try that again. Antigoni, Ntrismpoioti, 2:43:22 seasonal best. In 4th, Vivian Lira, 2:44:40 national record. In 5th, from España, Cristina Montesinos, 2:45:32. And in 6th, from Peru, Evelyn Inga, 2:46:18 PB. 35K is a compromise distance. The race walkers aren't really happy with, but you know what? They want to keep their sport alive. So, you know, that's what they got to do. Okay, so let's move on. Now we're going to get to the evening session. And there was really cool stuff in the evening session. Okay. We start with the 5,000 meter heats. It's hot as hell. It was like 94 degrees, at least 80% humidity. So that means it's about 105 on the track. Let's see how many qualified it was. Well, I believe 8. Yeah. Okay. Mohammed Katir, who didn't make it in the 1500, he won Heat 1, 13:35.90. Hagos Gebrhuit, who had a killer 12:41 5,000 this year and has won Olympic and World Championship medals, 13:36.15. Third place, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Where do we hear that name? 13:36.21, the night after his 1500 silver. Fourth place, Wazim Wuamez, 13:36.35 from España. Fifth place, Abi Noor from the U.S., 13:36.37. I met Abdi in March and did an interview with him, and we'll make sure we get that up. He is such a nice guy, one of my favorite human beings. Sixth place, Jimmy Gracier from France. He's the dude who slid when he won the European Cross one year, and he's got a great sense of humor. Check out his Facebook site, 13:36.42. In seventh, one of my main men, Paul Chelimo. I love Paul Chelimo. He went to school in Iowa, really didn't run fantastic in college, and then got in the U.S. Army and really started developing himself. I think he was like a 13:38 guy in college. And I watched this dude run 13:08 in 100 degrees in Sacramento one night when he won the championships. I think that was, 15? Paul Chelimo was 7th, 13:36.51. And in 8th place, Narve Gilhe Nordas, bronze medalist from the 1500, 13:36.55. 5,000, 12 and a half laps, kids. It is tough, and it's grueling, and it's not as easy as everybody makes it look. Speaking of making it look easy, Luis Grijalva from Guatemala, 4th in the world champs last year. Luis is on my pinball team. I like this dude. 13:32.72. Second place, Yomif Kajelcha. He has run some serious indoor times too. He has won a few medals from Ethiopia, 13:32.83. Third place, one of my favorite Canadians, Mo Ahmed with the Bowerman Track Club, 13:33.16. The guy uses the F-bomb, man, in a medal ceremony in 2019. Total respect. I'll have to pull that up and put it up for you. I love Mo. Barihu Erigawi. I like the way Barihu races, 13:33.23. Fifth, Oscar Chelimo from Uganda. Oscar Chelimo is tough. He's a spoiler, 13:33.40. In sixth, Mohammed Ismail, 13:33.51. In seventh, Jacob Krop, Kenya. Tough dude, 13:33.63. And they gave him seventh too. Ishmael Rokito Kipkuri from Kenya, 13:33.63. Justin, I hope I said his name right. I'm trying to respect the whole Kenyan pronunciation thing. Justin's one of our writers, and he's, very gently sometimes reminds me how to pronounce people's names. He doesn't want to offend, his boss. And I said, well, it's okay. You can offend me. Everybody else does. All right. That's the men's 5,000. Men's long jump. Man, this thing was intense. It was so hot out there. People were slipping and sliding on the runway. I don't think it's the runway's fault. It's just the nature of, 100 plus degrees and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Miltiadis Tentoglou went out and popped an 850, his first jump. Wayne Pinnock, who had already done 854 in the qualifying, came back and did an 850. And on the next go round, Miltiadis fouled, and Wayne went 840, so they gave Wayne the lead. Tajay Gale, the 2019 champ, in his sixth jump, moved himself into the bronze medal, 827, overcame Kerry McLeod, his country person, who had 827 too. I think there was a better second jump. Jining Wang, who had beat Miltiadis last year in the final jump, ended up finishing fifth with 805. It came down to Pinnock in Tentoglou, and on the very last jump, Miltiadis Tentoglou went to the Greek gods of jumping, offered a small sacrifice, I think a goat, and maybe some feta cheese, and leaped 852 for a seasonal best, taking the only championship medal the guy hasn't won. Now get this, kids. European champion, European indoor champion, world indoor champion, Olympic champion. Now he's got the world outdoor. Yay, Greece! 852. And Wayne came back and dropped an 838, his last one. So Miltiadis had a better series and a longer jump. So gold for Greece, Pretty cool. That was kind of dramatic. Hope you guys like the drama I'm trying to put in these things. It's because, you know, and I'm not faking the drama. There's great drama. I mean, I go from one emotion to the other because, you know, some stuff, well, you know, with my heart surgeries and stuff, I learned that I cried a lot after that. And it releases a lot of stuff. And I get really teared up when emotional things happen at these meets, you know, and it just like when Nina Kennedy and Katie Moon hugged each other and they decided to share the gold. I was just a mess. So anyway, but then, you know, I cried during Bourne conspiracy movies too, you know, so that's just me. Anyway, let's go to the women's semifinals. This women's 200 meters on Friday night is going to be incredible. Okay, in heat one, and Gabby Thomas always gets an outside lane. What is it? But you know, she seems to run really well there. Gabby won the first semi, 21.97. Dina Asher-Smith, 22.28, looking quite good. Dina is the 2019 champion. In the second heat, it was Julian Alfred, who won all those NCAA races, now competing for Puma, 22.17. Daryl Nieta, 22.21 PB from Great Britain. She has been running really well. And then in third place, Antonique Strachan, 22.30 from the Bahamas. That's heat two. Heat three, Sharika Jackson, 22 flat. Sha'Carri Richards. Yes, Sha'Carri Richardson. I actually said it right. 22.20. I was catching myself. And in third place, Marie Jose Talou, 22.26 equals seasonal best. That's going to be your final. That women's 200 meters tomorrow night. Hot, hot, hot. My predictions: Gabby Thomas, Sharika Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson. Let's see what transpires. I'm recording in my room in the Hilton Garden Inn in Budapest City Center. I would highly recommend this hotel. I'm a Hilton lifer. I've stayed at them since 1987. I even had a Hilton kid in the dorm when I was a dorm daddy at Bellarmine. I got to tell you, this is one of the best I've ever stayed in. $145 a night, as opposed to Eugene, $524. What do you think? Where do you think I stay? I'm at a Motel 6 in Eugene because I will go over heroin needles as opposed to paying $524 a night. Okay, that was got that kids included. Okay, now in the results for the men's 200 semifinals. Again, tasty, kids. We're gonna have some. No, well, this is totally weird. So Noah Lyles, they show him as heat one. It was actually the third heat. So should I do this in the order they were actually run? Yeah, okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, heat one, they call it heat two, was Kenny Bednarik. Kenny's from Wisconsin, 1996, he looked great. Letsili Tebogo, 1997. I think those are two of the big ones. Courtney Lindsay, U.S. third, 2022. He did not move on. Heat three, which was actually heat two. Arian Knighton, 1998, looked great. Sarnell Hughes, 20.02, the British record holder in the 100 and the 200, who was just staring at Arian the whole freaking time. Canada's Andre de Grasse, who is a world champion and an Olympic medalist, Olympic champion, 20.10. Joseph Von Bula, 20.21. That's your final. My pick in the 200, Noah Lyles, Arian Knighton, Letsili Tebogo. But we'll see if I'm, what kind of crack I'm smoking. Okay, we've now got the women's final of the hammer throw. So, Janie Kasavoid in the USATF presser said she hoped to help lead a North American sweep of the hammer, and she did. But it wasn't an American, a U.S. thrower who won. It was Cameron Rogers, NCAA champion, who went 77-22, giving Canada the men and women's hammer titles. So the best country in the world for the hammer is, Canada. So they have to stop apologizing, but they can still drink Labatt's, okay? And you got to watch Trailer Park Boys too, one of my favorite shows, okay? So Cameron Rogers, 77-22. Janie Kasavoid, 76-36 from the U.S. and first Native American to medal. This is her second medal now. She won a bronze last time around. And in third place, the hugger, 2019 winner, Deanna Price, 75-41. I sure hope Kevin Morris got a picture of Deanna taking Cameron off the ground and hugging her. She is just, Deanna is like really effusive. She's a trip. Lee Diffie on NBC has been talking about how awesome she is, but she is a hugger, man. And and she just beams confidence. And she's just a sweet hammer warrior. Okay. Hannah Skyden from Azerbaijan, fourth, 74.18. Finland's Silja Kosonen, 73.89. And in sixth, Sarah Fontini, 73.85 from Italy, a seasonal best. Women's hammer, very satisfying. The hammer throws have been great here. The crowd dug it, totally dug it. Of course, it's Hungary. You have hammer throw, javelin, goulash. Okay, remember that. All right. And then St. Stephen's Basilica. Men's 800 semis. Again, I have no idea who's going to win this one. This is just craziness. So in Heat 1, Slimane Moula from Algeria, 143.93. This dude went out in like 50, almost 52 seconds. In second place in Botswana, Shapiso Masatora, 114.14 PB. And in third, Ben Pattison, who also moves on from Great Britain, 144.23. In the second heat, Marco Arat from Canada, 144.02. I'm picking him to medal. Shamel Sejati from Algeria, one total stud, 144.49. Not moving on with Saul Ardornes. And in the third heat, Emmanuel Wanyoni from Kenya, 143.83. Second, Andrian Ben, 143.92 PB. And in third place, Bryce Hoppel, 144.04. And in fourth, Giannis Mezian, 144.30 equals his PB. Bryce is in the hunt. Bryce should medal. Wanyoni, if he puts it together, it could be very interesting. Okay, we got three finals now, kids. All upsets. Just let me tell you, all upsets. Before the 100-meter hurdles, if you'd asked me, I'd have told you Kenny Harrison was going to win, Jasmine Camacho Quinn medal, and Toby Amasan probably, with Ditaji Kambunji to spoil, and possibly Nia Ali to spoil. I thought Nia Ali could take it all too. It was the winner from Beijing 2015, Danielle Williams from Jamaica, who had the cleanest race, 12:43 seasonal best. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, 12:44 for silver. Kenny Harrison, 12:46 for third. Devin Charleston, fourth. Akira Nugent, fifth. Toby Amasan, the world record holder and defending world champion, sixth. Nia Ali was in eighth place. Didesh Kambuji, 12:70. The 100-meter hurdles is a very precise race. 10 hurdles, 100 meters. You are off just a little bit, the party's over. If you are running at 98%, you're not going to be in the top three. If you are running at 99.5%, you might not have been in the top three. It was that tough. Danielle Williams, for her to win in 2015 and come back in 2023 tells you something. And Stuart Weir will have a wonderful piece up about Danielle. He knows her quite well. We just reposted a piece called 20 Questions with Danielle, so check it out. But that was a really interesting final. Oh yeah, this 400 men's flat. I feel sad about. There's agony and ecstasy. I was expecting Wade Vannekerk to win. Wade Vannekerk finished seventh, and his press event today was canceled by Adidas. We were hoping to get some time with him. Karani James, who has won a complete set of medals in the Olympics and the world champs, was DQ'd. I still don't know what happened there. It came down to Antonio Watson, 44.22 from Jamaica, who just ran a clean race. Matthew Hudson-Smith continues to impress from Great Britain, silver medal, 44.31, as he had last year. In third place, Quincy Hall, 44.37 PB, eked it out in front of vet Vernon Norwood, who was fourth in 44.39. Fifth was Sean Bailey from Jamaica, 44.96. Sixth with Harvard Bentall Ingvoldson, 44.08. And seventh was Wade Vannekerk. Wade looked good until about 200, and then it looked like his whole body shut down. And I hope he's okay. I just think it's been a lot. The heat has been tremendous, and it is a challenge. So I hope to see Wade back next year. I think we will. I think there's things he wants to put on his resume yet. So we'll have to see. But it was a very interesting race, and congratulations to Antonio Watson and Matthew Hudson-Smith and Quincy Hall. All pretty cool stuff. And the final event of the evening is a women's 400 hurdles. And before the race, I was saying, Femke Bull does not have Sydney Coughlin Lovroni in here, so she's not being pushed, but she'd run a 51.45 on her own recently. So I was hoping to see her get closer to 51, maybe a little under 51. Okay, I said under 51. So here's what happened. Femke Bol went out and ran her race, 51.70, taking gold. In second place, I'm so happy with this. Shamir Little's been around for about 1,000 years, and she's only like 32 or 33. She's awesome, and she got a silver medal in the World Champs. So well-deserved, 52.80. She did it the old-fashioned way. She earned it and ran a gutsy race. That's her seasonal best. In third place, in 52.81. That close, kids. Rochelle Clayton from Jamaica. In fourth place, Kemi Adekoya, PB 53.09. In fifth place, Anna Cockrell from the US, 53.34 PB. And in sixth place, Ayomidi Folorunso, 54.19 from Italy. It was a very good race and a very satisfying race for Femke Bol, who had had a tragedy in the mixed 4x4 where she collapsed within sight of the finish line in a battle with the U.S. And she's got the 4x4 now, so she'll come out of here with a couple medals, I believe. But she seemed very happy, and one of the big stories of the meet. But that is day 6, Thursday, August 24th, 2023. This is Budapest, Hungary. We've been at the National Athletic Center, but right now I'm in the Hilton Garden Inn in Budapest City Center. It's just about 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. here, and I'm going to have to get all ready for the heading over for the champs tonight, because it's going to be a tasty, tasty night. But special thanks to Mike Deering, our production manager, who has been cajoling me and producing these things and coming up with killer graphics. Check out the review of day 4, and we have our preview of day 7 up as well. So I think you'll enjoy it all. But have a great evening. Watch this on Peacock. The crew with Lee Diffie, Kara Goucher, Sonia Richards, Ross, Otto Bolden, Paul Swangard, and Trey Hardy have been fantastic. They're doing a great job. We're even reviewing that. I'm posting day 2 to 4 review from Jeff Benjamin in a few short minutes. Talk to you soon.